Product returns are a part of doing business. Let's explore how you can provide a simple and easy method for handling returns on your Shopify store. In order to enable the returns feature, you need to follow 3 simple steps. Ensure that you're using the new customer accounts, turn on the self-serve returns feature, and then set up your return rules. So let's jump into our example fashion store and walk through this process. Start by logging into your Shopify admin and selecting the settings. From here, click on the customer accounts. If you scroll down, you will see the new self-serve return setting. You can easily activate this feature by clicking the On button. You will then see a green indicator that shows the service is activated. Next, you want to make sure that your store is using the new customer accounts. The returns feature requires the new customer account type and cannot be used with the classic login. Click the Edit link to check the settings in your store. You must choose the new customer accounts from this selection. Once you've confirmed the new setting, let's go back to the returns card and set up the return rules. The return rules lets you configure how and when customers can request returns from your store. To set up the rules, start by turning on the feature. You will see the green badge indicating that the rules are activated. Click on the Manage link to configure the settings for your store. The return rules lets you configure a few different policies that governs your return process. First, you can select the return window. This is the amount of time that a customer is allowed to request a return from your store. Any order or product that is older than your selected window will not be eligible for a return. Next, you can select the shipping cost that the customer pays when returning the item to your store. You can choose to require the customer to pay, you can make the shipping free, or you can designate how much the customer will be charged for the shipping. You can also implement a restocking fee. This means the customer will be charged an extra amount upon the return of the item. You may also have certain items that can't be returned. You can create a list of final sale items, and the customer will not be allowed to select these items for a return. You can choose to exclude an entire collection of items, or individually add products to this list. Once you've configured your rules, click Save to return to the rules page. From here, you'll want to create your written rules policy to match the settings that you just created. Shopify provides an automatic template to help you get started. Make sure that you review this text and update the details, as some of the information is only provided as an example. So let's review how customers can use this new feature in your Shopify store. Let's go back to our example fashion store on Shopify. Let's say we're a new customer who wants to create an account and place an order. Since we've configured our shop to use the new customer accounts, you will now only see a single field to enter your email address. Retrieve the code from your inbox. You can copy the code into the field provided. Once you log in, you're immediately redirected to your new account. Since we haven't yet placed any orders, this page is blank. So, let's place an order to see how this return process works. Going back to our fashion store, we'll choose various products to add to our cart. We'll then check out using these products, and a new order will be created in our store. Let's speed through this process so we can quickly get to the returns part. So now that we've completed our checkout, we'll see the order in our accounts area. The new accounts page provides 2 different views for you to review your order history. Most of you are probably used to the list view, so let's choose that for now. In order to activate the new returns feature, the order must first be in a fulfilled status. When an order is ready to be shipped by the merchant, the store will fulfill the items and provide tracking numbers to the customers. This signals to the customer that the shipment is on the way, and it tells Shopify to activate the return features for that order. Now that the order is fulfilled, the new accounts area will display the returns options to the customer. We can see this by clicking on our order. The updated timeline shows that the order has been shipped, and now the Returns button is available. Clicking on this allows the customer to select those items that they want to return. The customer is presented with a list of line items from the order. If you recall, we designated certain items to be ineligible for returns, and those products are not selectable. The customer selects any eligible item for the return. They must enter a reason or a note for the return request. After the selection is complete, the customer clicks on the Request button to start the process. The timeline shows the item and the status of the request. The customer receives an email confirmation, and now the merchant must act on this return request. Another easy way to access the Returns feature is from the drop-down on the order list. You can choose the return option from here. So now, it's up to the merchant to complete the return process. Orders that have a return request will display the orange request badge. The store merchant can then review each line item and choose to either approve or decline the return. When a request is approved, the merchant can choose to provide a shipping label to the customer to help with the return process. The return label can be purchased from Shopify, or you can upload your own label. If no shipping is required, you can choose that as well. Let's use the Shopify service to purchase the label for our customer. Once complete, the order details are updated in the Shopify admin and in the customer account page. The customer will see that the return is approved, and now it's up to the customer to send the item back to the store merchant. It's a good idea for the store merchant to wait for receipt of the item before choosing to initiate the refund. Upon this confirmation, the store manager can simply click Refund on the line item. You can choose to refund any amount and whether or not the item should be restocked within the store. The refund is the final step in the return process. The order status is updated, and a full review of the entire procedure is outlined on the order timeline. The customer will also see a timeline of the return process within their account page. The refunded items will be highlighted in green to show which ones were accepted. Your Shopify store is now ready to start accepting customer returns. And if you need help configuring your Shopify store, please contact our e-commerce experts at Sunrise Integration.